Yo, what's up guys, it's ApTreX here. In today's video, we'll be testing out the latest GameHub Emulator Android 4.0 on my super low-end Android device, the iQOO Z6 Lite. Now this Android device comes with a Snapdragon 4 Gen 1 processor which is super low-end, and it has an Adreno 619 GPU. Along with it, it comes with 6GB of RAM, out of which only 2GB is actually available. So you can even consider it as a 4GB RAM Android device. As you know, recently the version 4.0 massive update of GameHub Emulator was officially launched, and ever since then I really wanted to try out this emulator on my low-end device. In my next video, we'll also try out this emulator on my Mali GPU Android device. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on all notification, and stay tuned for it. With that being said, let's import some PC games and I'll be back. Once you import your game, automatically GameHub Emulator will start setting itself up by adding firmware, Wine, Adreno, as well as DX wrapper, Turnip graphics driver, and much more. Later on, I'll be showing you guys the best settings of GameHub Emulator for low-end devices, so watch the video till the end. With that being said, I have successfully imported all the games that we'll be trying out in today's video, including the Amazing Spider-Man 2, Grand Theft Auto 4, as well as Assassin's Creed Rogue. Now previously we tried out another emulator known as Winlator Bionic Ludashi, which is definitely the best performing Windows emulator of 2025. I want to see if GameHub Emulator can keep up with the performance of that emulator and provide us with more FPS than the Winlator Bionic Ludashi. With that being said, here are the best settings for the emulator if you also want to emulate PC games on low-end device. Set the game resolution as 800 by 600, go to translation parameters and make sure to set the configuration as performance. So double tap on it and it will be successfully applied. Meanwhile, go to GPU driver section, and here Mesa Turnip Adreno driver, which is the 25.2.0 revision 1. Now this is very important because we need the best graphic driver for best performance and even graphics quality. Afterwards, you'll need to scroll down DXVK version, let it be as 1.10.3 asynchronous, box 64 should be 0.32, everything else should be no limit. Once that has been done, we'll go to input mapping, enable the on-screen touch controls, and everything else keep it as default. Afterwards, we'll go back and let's try out Assassin's Creed Rogue to see how well does it actually work. I actually have really high hopes from the GameHub Emulator because it is the only emulator which has kept active Windows emulation development. At the top left corner, you guys can see 100% of the CPU and RAM is being used almost. We have the FPS bar as well as GPU percentage, which is not working for some reason. But here we go, Assassin's Creed Rogue has successfully started. So let's press any key to continue, and immediately for some reason our game has frozen, and after waiting for few seconds there is some progress, but there is definitely a lot of stuttering issues, and unfortunately even after restarting it looks like this game is just not supported for low-end device. So we'll just go ahead and exit this game. I want to change some of the settings, so we'll go to translation parameters and set it to normal translation parameter, and let's see if that fixes it. We'll also go to graphics driver and actually use the default Adreno graphics driver. Once that has been done, go back, let's restart the game and see if it works this time. And unfortunately this time the game isn't even booting up, so we'll move on towards our next game, which is going to be the Grand Theft Auto 4 Complete Edition. I'll apply the same best settings here and I'll be back. Now that we have applied the best settings, let's just go ahead and tap on the game and launch it. Now immediately, compatibility wise, Winlator Bionic Ludashi is way better than GameHub Emulator. Assassin's Creed Rogue actually worked on Winlator Bionic without any issues at almost 25 to 30 FPS, a very playable gameplay experience, but on GameHub Emulator this game did not even boot. So let's find out if Grand Theft Auto 4 works or it's the same case. And here we go guys, as you just saw, the game crashed for some reason. We'll go to PC game settings, we'll go to compatibility, and here try changing the graphics driver, version 24.3.0 revision 12. Let's see if this works. We'll go back once again and launch our game. Now guys, after changing the box 64 version to 0.32, as you guys can see, our games have finally started working on our low-end Android device, but still at the top left corner you guys will be able to see there is a constant freezing issue where your games just do not work. And no guys, for some reason the emulator just keeps on crashing. Let me try restarting the emulator and I'll be back, because I honestly have no idea why the emulator keeps crashing. Like, these games should actually work. I have tried GameHub Emulator previously on the same Android device, and we are applying the best settings like normal, but for some reason it seems that the compatibility of low-end devices has decreased, and hence why the games that used to work before inside GameHub Emulator on the same low-end Android device, as you can see, are just crashing. So now we'll just go ahead and try out the last game, which is going to be Marvel's Amazing Spider-Man 2. Let's see if this boots or not. And no guys, the same case is with Marvel's Amazing Spider-Man 2. Either this device just does not have enough RAM, or just the GameHub Emulator has dropped support for low-end Android devices. This is very disappointing. I did not think that this gameplay test would go like this, but do let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about this emulator. Honestly speaking, Very disappointing. You should definitely use Winlator Bionic Ludashi instead of GameHub Emulator.